You're listening to BYU-Idaho Radio. Be informed, be inspired. The only female governor in Utah history will be remembered today during funeral services in Salt Lake City. I'm Brandon Isle. I'm the news and programming coordinator for BYU-Idaho Radio. BYU-Idaho Radio has 4 radio stations. We have 15 to 20 students per semester. They will create music, they'll create news content to go on to those stations. Our students are kind of separated into music and news, more or less. They do some crossover, and we try to train them in everything we can. But what I do is I help teach the students how to gather news, how to put together news stories, what's a good script, what's a good interview, and teach them those skills so when they graduate, they'll know how to meet deadlines, they'll know how to write great scripts, they'll know how to do all these things that you do at a radio station to put on a good product.
Brandon was a student at BYU-Idaho when the broadcasting department was still pretty new.
I worked for the radio station and I interned at one place, Local News 8. So I went into TV news and I did that for about 10 years before I came back here. How much money have you put into applying to schools and flying out and all these things you have to do, putting money down?
He says he has always loved BYU-Idaho and regularly applied for jobs on campus having to do with news and journalism.
Did you know it would be costing this much to apply and just to get to school? You're not even in there yet. The news is just such a part of our lives. Every day is so different because you're reporting on what's happening, what's going to happen, and your whole day is just, it's exciting, it can be very intimidating.
Brandon loves working with the students on campus, but says there are some challenges.
Students apparently have to go to class. I don't know what that's about. So schedules are tough, and keeping students busy is tough when maybe I assign them something they don't like. So those are the challenges, but for the most part, working with the students is great because they want to learn. They want to understand how to make radio.
There are many opportunities on campus for students to get hands-on experience. Erin Quaranta says she sees Brandon as more of a mentor than a boss.
He gives us as many opportunities as possible to dabble in different things here and there. And he gives us kind of just every opportunity and takes an effort to continue to teach us things here that we won't get anywhere else.
You are listening to BYU-Idaho Radio. Thanks for joining us today. The highs today are...
We work a lot on storytelling techniques and on voice, finding your voice that sounds conversational and also sounds like you. So if they can go away where they sound very comfortable on air, then that's a great thing. And if they can go away where they can write a great script and tell a great story, no matter what type of story it is, then that's a great thing they can take away from us.